for Big D Energy. Live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D! New Year! 2025
Big D.
edition.
Yep.
Let's go.
New Year, same Big D Energy, everybody. My name is Neil Rule. That is D-Mac, Darren McCarty. We got KG in the building. KG, what's really good?
Us, man. We made another year.
We did.
Yeah.
Somewhat surprising, but here we are.
Right.
Spencer Raxter.
Hello.
What was New Year's Eve like for you?
Sniper!
I did nothing on New Year's Eve.
Really?
Yeah, because the day before, I
Did
a lot.
stuff.
My boy got down, man.
Yeah,
Do tell, Spence.
That's why I wasn't here Tuesday. I woke up and I was still hammered at 10 a.m. So I made the call to Justin. Shout out to Justin. He filled in for me. But yeah, New Year's Eve, I didn't do anything. I had plans to go to the Hayes Social with a bunch of guys. Didn't. Just chilled with my neighbors, watched the ball drop, played a board game, and then went to bed at like 1.
Whoa. Sellers of Catan?
No, it's not Catan. It was a new one that my buddy's girlfriend's dad got him. It was called like Worst Case Scenario or something like that. It's like survival questions, and if
Oh, you
you
would've
answer
been
the
great at
question,
that.
I won it.
Yeah,
I won
of course,
by a
dude.
landslide. Yeah.
And then the worst case scenario played out.
Yeah, and then the worst case scenario played out.
All right, we got Spencer Raxter here as well. Young Justin in the building. Fired up about the Michigan win that 2 minutes before it kicked off didn't matter. But as soon as they were winning,
Stand on
it was the
business,
biggest
Justin.
thing in the world, wasn't it?
Hey,
Stand
the
on business.
freshmen, the sophomores, underclassmen all played well, and so it matters for next year.
100%.
Didn't matter for this year. This year was still a disappointment, even though we beat our rivals. But shout out to me, staying hot in the college football front. Gave out a 3-0 day in the college football
Cha-ching.
space
Yeah.
yesterday.
Same here.
And I got Georgia tonight for potential winnings of $300. So
Cha-ching. Well, you cashed in the live as we were here Tuesday.
yes, I did.
You live, and Karma almost came back, but it didn't. And
No, it did not.
congratulations.
So
Congratulations.
There he is. Yeah.
As our famous Brady in the back said, this could have been the greatest 8-5 season in history.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Auburn could never.
Of all
No,
8-5s.
Auburn literally.
No, you're
Auburn.
It literally was 8-5 after
You're
the
nose
national
ahead,
title.
Kenny.
Don't matter. It didn't look the same.
No,
Okay, it didn't look
eyeball
the
test,
same.
baby.
Why? You guys live a wild
No,
existence,
yeah.
man. Woodward Sports Chat Thread, Steve-O, baby,
I wish I
Neil.
was 8-5.
Right. Yeah. Tell them, Spin.
I'm not gonna talk any shit. My team's poverty. I'm fucking Rutgers.
That is true. That is also true. All right, since we're into it, then let's talk
here
about
we
it.
go.
Then what's going through the Michigan fans' mind yesterday when they see Ohio State dump trucking Oregon?
Yeah,
I told you guys the Big Ten in the biggest moment was going to come up the smallest, and look it, they choked.
That's a
They
win-win
did.
scenario.
Wait
for
a
you.
sec.
I did not.
Wait a sec. I thought when I looked at your tweet like that, I was like, wait a sec. Aren't 2 Big Ten teams playing here?
Yeah.
Like,
I
isn't
told
it-
you.
I told you that Michigan game was the greatest wake-up game for this Ohio State team as far as you got punched in the mouth trying to play somebody else's game. You go out there and air it out and play your game and let Henderson, he's faster than I thought he was. But the shout out to Ohio State. That's the Ohio State I think all the Ohio State fans expected. So, hats off. That Michigan game prepped them, Neil.
Oh, 100%.
What I was thinking was, why the hell didn't they do that to us? I mean, the air game was working against us. I don't know why they went away. Well, I do know why they went away from it.
Because maybe maybe it was week 18 of the NFL to them.
Nah, G.
And
They was trying to.
and there was nothing to gain.
This shit means something to them, damn
Yeah.
it. You can say what you
Guys,
want, Neil. You say what
guys.
you want, Neil. It's the biggest rivalry in college still.
Not anymore. It's not.
Okay.
Now, the landscape
There-
of college
wait.
football has changed that. That was literally a Week 18 NFL game.
I'm getting in your
Their spot in the
words-
playoff was clinched. Michigan was mathematically eliminated. That's it. That's what it was.
I understand that. And in your words, this is where I get off at this exit of the highway. So that's fine. If you don't believe that this still means something to them, then we gonna disagree. That's fine.
Woodward Sports Chat Thread, Mike G. Neil, second best update. was their New Year's Eve. The bubble hockey game was broken, but Galaga still worked. That's because I
favorite
think
arcade
that
game.
yeah, I think that I broke a lot of people's spirits over there, and I was so good with it that maybe that left wing. That left wing was a little too scorching hot after
tell
I
you
got
what.
done with it.
You melted the long stick.
The only thing that
They got to
broken,
replace the long stick. Neil, everybody knows in bubble hockey there's one
Yeah.
long stick, and Neil was so on fire that he relinquished it down. They got to replace it.
the only thing that was broke at second best was me after the end of the night on Monday. It was live in there for an away game too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
People don't know it's popping in
So
that place.
technically, Spenny, you were working.
Yeah.
You were
Business
with the
expenses.
people, absolutely, stuff like that. And I love it. And, like you said, your teammate picked you up. Justin did a great job.
Yes, he did. Appreciate that. And shout out, the chicken sandwich at second best, obviously fantastic. The patty melt's better.
My son liked the patty melt a lot.
The
He's
patty-
more of a burger person.
The patty
though.
melt was better. It was great.
There you go, everybody.
Now, hold on. I'm going to hijack this segment for a minute.
Yeah.
Now, Spenny, have you eaten the chicken sandwich and the patty melt under the same pre-drinking, or was the patty melt really good because you had it at 10 o'clock and you were
That's
banged
Definitely
The
a
answer's
factor.
yes.
Definitely a factor for sure.
Just
but
saying, we could. You know what? But it brings up a great point. Next time at second best, we might have to have
taste
the
test.
taste test.
Also, I had the jalapeno popper wontons.
Ooh.
Very good.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, absolutely, it
Big
slaps
fan
up
of
there,
that.
man,
Yeah.
no doubt. And that's just not just because they're a sponsor. It's factual.
Yes.
it's a factual
It is
statement.
factual. Yeah, I'll tell you how it is. I'm fat. I like food. I'm not going to say this food's good if it's not good. And it is really, it's just like the same guys own second best, own Grey Ghost.
Yeah.
I already told you that's the best burger in Detroit. So that patty melt at second best is something different.
Looks like that meat makes its way across the street.
Yep.
All right.
Gotta let the meat slap meat.
Meat slapping meat,
He was
baby.
slapping meat already.
I was definitely slapping
Shout
meat.
out my boy, man. He making it look easy out here, man.
Woodward Sports chat thread.
Making it look easy.
Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Over 75,000 of you have already subscribed. Jump in there, get your thoughts out there. We are going to talk a lot of Lions Vikings. The time has come. Tomorrow, Nickel Package Friday, so we'll be doing it. But today, I do want to get deep in. There is a lot of stuff to get to, though. Mike G, it means our win over Ohio was even more significant. So I guess that's the question, KG, and I'll start with you because you're here right now.
Okay.
What was the thought process yesterday for you watching it? Because you know what? With what happened yesterday and them destroying Oregon,
Yeah.
do you think they give a shit about the Michigan game? For real? Do you think they care?
I mean, not at this current moment. Clearly,
That's it.
They're in
Then
the middle
that's
of a
it. Then it
playoff
doesn't
race.
matter.
But no. Let's not do
Yes,
that.
yes.
Calm down. People said the fucking 49ers game was meaningless too, and it didn't turn out to be so meaningless. So, yes, I do understand that, but we all know it's pass-fail for Ohio State. You doing all this, that's cool. You got to win the championship.
Dude,
Flat
it was
out.
never.
Now, they win the championship, I'll shut up. But
So
until
the Michigan season's a failure then?
I mean, well, clearly it wasn't what we expected it to be. Yes, it was a failure.
Well, no, it was always going to be a wash. I was told that.
Here we go. So, are we going to have a conversation?
Well,
I'm ready when you are. to
I
have a
didn't say
conversation.
these things, KG. You said them.
Listen, clearly, 5 to 6 games into the season, I said it was a wash. Yes.
Okay.
So,
Just like
let's
5 minutes before
clarify.
kickoff, it didn't matter. And then when Michigan was winning 16-0,
Why can't-
young Justin's over here.
How come Oakland
But
fans
why
get to
wouldn't
be
you
happy,
get
but Michigan
excited
fans
when
can't?
you're a 15.5-point underdog and I don't know if you're going into the game. That tells me is that you weren't expecting anything and you probably were like, I don't even know if I'm going to watch this game to see whatever. So you got excited when you get off to that start and it locked you in for the game. I sensed from Justin it was one of these, and because he jumped on the big thing to get excited, he jumped on the plus 500.
And I'll tell you what, Jalen Milroe, you better get ready to learn poutine, bro. Because the only
Yeah,
place you're
it's over.
playing quarterback is
Pack it
in
up.
Canada.
Calgary
Canada.
Stampeders,
Yeah.
stand up.
I mean,
They had to-
Oh, no, they don't even need him.
Tiger
They got-
Cats will take him. You
Yeah.
know, I'm a Tiger Cat fan.
They got Bo Levi.
Shout out my
They
boy
don't
Chris
need him.
Fry.
He'd fit well in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Let's break it down.
Quinn Ewers will be there too. Don't worry.
He's ass. That was kind of my takeaway yesterday. Like Texas, Quinn Ewers. I always hear about it. I never see it. And
for
Texas does the same thing. They come out, they pop 2 quick scores. Like, oh, Longhorn
Watch out.
Nation, we're back. They don't score again
Yeah.
for 2 quarters.
If they run game not working, it's horrible. It is
Curtains.
absolutely horrible.
So, but no, it like, look, okay. We'll get into the Jaden Ivey thing coming up in just a minute. I do want to bring it up, but obviously the story of the day is going to be the Lions and the Vikings. But I did losing the Sugar Bowl yesterday. Them obviously, pushing it back to today because of security concerns and stuff like that. It sucked, man. I mean, obviously it sucked because people lost their lives first and foremost. But did it kind of kill the vibe yesterday of New Year's Day? Like 100%, man.
They kept bringing it up on the broadcast every 15 minutes, and
which I get. I
understand you have to, and you have to bring the awareness to the situation. But it was a total vibe killer.
Yeah.
Every single time they brought it up, they kept bringing in more and more details. I don't think you needed to bring in the details. You just need to say, hey, prayers up to the people of New Orleans, and hopefully they get this stuff right so that this game can be played because the community needs it. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah, so it did, and that sucked, man. It really did. Raul Duke, Neil just weasels out of any bad take he has. Okay. Soccer Night in Detroit. CFL Breakdown with Neil and Spenny. Separate podcast, Spenny?
Man,
CFL today?
Yeah, there we go.
CFL today.
Woodward CFL?
What you're missing? What you missed north of the border?
Yeah, come on, D-Mac. What do you think? Montreal Alouettes.
3 down specialists.
Yeah. Let's talk about it, man. Montreal Alouettes.
Can the Tie Cats repeat?
They got to get better on second down. They have to. 2-4-8. No, but we'll definitely get into it. Spenny, this Raul Duke comment here, don't I literally just read back what people say to me?
Yeah, and you do, and you're not a Michigan State fan.
Right.
That's so.
No, I can't agree with that. He's not. So.
But don't I just read back what you guys say?
Yeah, you do.
Then what are we talking about?
I don't know.
D-Mac, what are we talking about?
Like always, it's tone. It's tone.
You know I call you the walking backdoor cover for a reason.
I know. I know. Yesterday, Jaden Ivey, by the way, that was tough. Yeah, that was...
yeah, we got some comments from Kate Cunningham and JB Bickerstaff if you want to get into those after the break.
Yeah, let's do that then. Let's take the break now. We'll come back and we'll get into that. I want to give it definitely its due attention.
Can I say one more thing about the playoff?
Sure.
I don't know what the definition of targeting is anymore because of the fact that multiple times in that game, people were leading with the crown of their helmet, and the one where the receiver was defenseless in the air, and the corner came up and straight hit him in the crown of the helmet while he was in the air. There's no more blatant definition than targeting than
Was that the one where he led with the shoulder?
No.
He hit him face to face.
Face to
Yeah.
face.
Oh, that
while
one?
he
Yeah,
was in
okay,
the
yeah.
air.
Right over the middle.
Yeah, there were a lot of 50-50 calls in
And
there,
then the one
man.
on Taft too, on Scatabo, that was also a big one. That should have gave Arizona State that first down in their last drive of the game. But
Denzel Vance, the UFL schedule is dropping today.
Look out.
oh yeah,
Uh-oh.
D-Mac, we gonna do Michigan Panthers game by game?
Let's go.
What
out the
time is
Panthers.
it? Young Justin,
Here,
find that during the
wait,
break.
Hold on. Wait a sec, because Greg Rounds brings it up because I think that they deserve it. So I would request at some point, and it can be at the end and whatever, but we need to do a segment and talk about this Red Wings team.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we
no,
got her in
I am requesting that
Okay.
it's brought back after we
noted.
talk about it, second half, 12:40, 12:50.
Yeah, no, I got her in there at 12:24. Red
Okay.
Wings take down the Penguins. Has the Todd fathers solved their problems?
Well, but listen.
Jesus Christ.
I love it, Spenny. I love the question, but that's for everybody else. But like I said, when they deserve to be talked about,
Yep.
we have other things. This Jaden Ivey thing is really more pressing because of what exactly is the injury. But let's get to talk to it. But yes, for all the hockey people out there, Spenny's got it. The Todd father's in town, and we got it on the program sheet. So.
Yep, I had to wear my Red Wings jersey. I'm back in.
Oh, you
You're-
had to?
Yeah, you do that a lot. You jump out and then jump back in. Especially
I jumped out because of Lalonde. I jumped right back in when
they win,
when
yeah.
they fired him.
No, you've got a track record of that. You've done that a hell of a lot in the last 48 hours.
Michigan.
Get
Did
him,
you?
Justin. Stand on business, man.
All right, yeah.
Plus 500. That
right,
55.
and then didn't you double down with
Yeah.
plus 2? So just show them.
That $75 was nice.
Right.
There you go.
All right,
him with
guys.
the
Well, you can do
Manziel.
this. If you're back in on board with the Red Wings, then do this with Caesars Sportsbook. Scan the QR code on the screen. Use promo code Woodward1000. Make your first deposit. Make your first bet. If your first bet loses up to $1,000, Caesar Sportsbook will give it back to you in a free bonus
Oh,
bet. Yeah,
no.
it's almost like a do-over. So, hey, look it up. Take the Wings to make the playoffs. Bet up to $1,000 on them as long as it's your first bet. If they don't make it, if the Todd father doesn't reach down and lay his healing hands upon the Red Wings, like we've been told, then you'll get that money back as a free bonus bet. Yes, everybody, it is a do-over for you. Caesar Sportsbook. Caesars, man, one of the OGs in the gambling game. So you know the app is tight. It's easy to look at. That makes a difference. Some are not. I'm just telling you guys. It's never glitchy. The live lines, they update immediately. It's sharp, guys. That's my point. That's the moral of the story. Caesar Sportsbook. Go to CaesarSportsbook.com, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday here, Big D Energy. I remember where we showed about the miracle, Aiden Hutchinson running in the tub.
That's
and
right.
Stuff like that. You can check that out at Woodward Sports, or even today. I'm sure on Ermanni and Edwards today, Doc will be talking about Jaden Ivey's injuries. So trust the guy I trusted for 4 cups and my career. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
All right, keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, Young Justin in the building, and all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread live from our Planet Fitness studios. So, Spenny, they're saying broken fibula, right?
Yeah,
Who's got that?
Per Shams.
Shams, all right.
Broken fibula for Jaden Ivey in his left leg.
Ew.
Ivey's career season resurgence, and he was carted off on a stretcher. So, yeah, done for the year.
I think that's the biggest thing, right? The scare is guys getting stretchered off. And, like, a lot of times, like, that's, like, the worst. You're thinking, I don't know, I was thinking, is this career, I was going to ask you, is this like something that could be career ending? But I think it was more caution. The biggest thing there is you pray it's a break. Because
Right.
if it's a break, it can heal. Like if there's no tendon damages, stuff like this. And I know this from experience, chasing an icing down in San Jose, and I got clipped by the defenseman. I went feet first into the board and rolled my ankle. I didn't break it, but I blew every ligament out in it.
Oh.
Took over a year to feel better. So, I mean, this sucks, obviously, for what it is. But, you know, you just want him to come back. And to me, this is good news.
I would agree. Like fibula, yes, it sucks that the season's over, but break, get it back.
Clean break. Yeah.
Clean break. Here we go. Come back. So, yeah, that I guess my non-educated, non-medical degree opinion, it does feel like it's better, but I'm sure that Dr. Pierce will be on with Ermanni and Edwards today from 2 to 4. So he'll have more doctoral type information on it. But the vibes seem like it's better.
And no Gromit 0237 when a horse breaks his leg. He is a horse, but we're not putting him down.
Right, what?
We're not. No, we're putting, when a horse breaks
Take
his
a
leg, we put
round
him
back.
down.
Like, I don't understand.
We ain't putting him down. I don't mind. I mean, it's unfortunate, right? But then you got to look and see what the positive is. He's going to have time to heal. This, maybe you could catch a wild card, but if it's a season not to. But it also, too, KG, I was talking to Kool-Aid earlier. This, you know what it is? This is now where the spotlight to the rest of the league and the rest of the league's fans and everybody else who isn't aware who Cade Cunningham and what level he's on right, is going to make more notice.
Yeah.
Because he is that guy now.
And Detroit Arrow in the chat, there will be no trip to the glue factory. No, we will not be taking Jaden Ivey out back
Right.
and putting,
He's not tended to the rabbits, George. It's all good.
No, he will be back. As a matter of fact, this isn't the horse track, Hazel Park. The scoop machine's not coming out.
Go ahead,
for him.
stand on that thing for me. Damn.
Let's go around back here. Bring them around back. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump into there and get your thoughts out there. People talking about DNC ENT, backup point guard is essential. No excuses. I love Sass, but
it was
here we
essential
go.
before the injury. So now it's like I do feel like they need to go out there and get somebody that's going to supplement 17 points a game, 41%.
Oh, okay,
from 3.
Cool.
And I get that. And
Yeah, cool.
I do
You got
understand that. But do you? I think they can still make the playoffs, but it's going to be a tall task.
Since we're here and we're talking about, we're going to take a couple minutes, and then I promise you we're going full Lions-Vikings coming up in about 7 minutes. But I guess this will be Spenny's an NBA degenerate. Most of the people don't know that, but he is. So, Spenny, I would turn the question to you because it's interesting, right? The Pistons right now are the 9 seed in the Eastern Conference. That's where they are. They've been playing solid as of late.
They play really good.
Yeah, they're what, 15 and 18.
Yeah.
It looks like between the Pistons, the Pacers, the Bulls, and the Sixers, it'll be kind of the feel right now. There'll be 4 teams going for 3 spots. 76ers. And I know things have changed, D-Mac, because last night when I got home, I flipped on Kings 76ers on the old League Pass, and I watched it till the end just to watch the Sixers crumble.
Oh, yeah.
And fold.
You know it.
And I loved it.
Hate watching.
Yeah,
Kings
100%.
Kings just fired Mike Brown, too.
Yeah.
They still lost.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
But I think they had won 6 of 7 coming in.
Yeah.
Embiid had been back a little bit. Now, he obviously didn't play yesterday because he made a glass. But it looks like the Sixers are going to get it together to some degree. So if you assume they're going to keep their ascension, it's the Pacers, Pistons, and Bulls going for 2 spots. That's what it looks like it's going to shape up to be. When you look at the scenario, they have Beasley on a 1-year deal. Now they need a backup point guard also. So it'll be interesting to see, D-Mac. This is Trajan Langdon kind of into the fire now, and we're going to see what it's about. Because my gut, D-Mac, says that if you're the Pistons, it is imperative that you at least make the play-in. Imperative. For optics' sake, for the vibes, for the fan base, for all of it. They need to get in.
Doesn't it feel like that's where they're trending that way? They're trending as the team that legitimately that way. And so what I'm meaning is that when we look at, are we buyers or sellers or whatever, you could legitimately be a buyer. And then because of the injury to Ivy and stuff, it makes it more of a necessity. But again, here let's see what Trajan Langdon. We haven't really seen him have to cook in this aspect of having an injury to replace or being in this position that they've got themselves. Would they have 14 wins last year? They got 15 now.
Yeah.
So that not even to All-Star break. So they're trending. I love the way they play. Just so you can always turn them on, and it's just the effort. Sometimes it's like, okay, frustration and some immaturity or some decisions, but they're gonna compete, and that's all that you want. So I believe what you believe, that Trajan Langdon is sitting here going, okay, man, this is tough to lose this guy, but I think I can make some moves, and he's proven in the past that what do we say about Brad Holmes? Evaluating talent, not only in the draft but in this free agency. So this is Trajan Langdon's time to maybe show us if that's available. Because I don't think, Neil, I'm not worried about it. You're not going to mortgage a future.
Correct.
Right? And
I guess that would be kind of the move that I would be expecting, where, it's not like a long-term investment or whatever. I think that they'll do something to try to increase the talent in the short term without a long-term commitment to it. It's not going to be like an all-NBA guy that they're going to be. No. They're not going to go get Zion or something that.
No.
I think that they'll get a pro. I think that Trajan
Langdon,
Langdon
that helps them get to that.
I think Trajan Langdon will do in the trade market what he did in free agency this year. Go get adults, go get pros, and then bring them in and try to lock down this playing game.
Give him a ding. I think that's what you see. An adult in the room. another adult in the room, whether it's a veteran guy that can, help like leadership wise, because it's, getting in this position.
They gotta be.
Cade leads the ship.
There's got to be somebody that can contribute though, because Tobias so far hasn't worked out. So far.
Woodward Sports chat threat L, an ACL injury will call into question re-signing Ivy, but a broken fibula, I wouldn't hesitate to re-sign him. So, Spenny, I'll go to you, man, because I've been curious to get your take on this all morning long. You think I'm warm on that take about the Pistons, or what do you think?
I think they're definitely going to add somebody at the deadline now. You need a secondary ball handler on this team. You need a guy to take some of the pressure off Cade Cunningham in these games. Mm-hmm. Jaden Ivey, you're not going to find a guy to replace what he was doing. He was just having a great season, man, and you hate to see it. But you look around, and guys that have been talked about on the trade deadline are guys like Jordan Poole, guys like Lonzo Ball. These are players that would fit in. These are players that could help this team immensely. So I
cost you a ton.
Yeah, I would love Jordan Poole personally. I think you put him next to Cade as the starting two. That would be great. But I think that might be a little too rich for what the Pistons are trying to go. Mm-hmm. You can look at guys like Spencer Dinwiddie throughout the league, or other guys like that can both play center or play backup point guard and play the two without Jaden Ivey being in there. Yeah. You're going to need to get somebody for sure. If you want to stay in contention, if you want to fight for that play-in tournament, you're going to have to get somebody, and you're going to need a secondary ball handler on this roster. I like Marcus Sasser, but I don't know if he's going to be able to step up for the rest of the season.
Safe to say, like, he's got to take this and run with it. Because in the intermediate, like the immediate, right now, it's going to be him, right? You would think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
they need point scorers, and he can score points. So absolutely.
So it's his opportunity right now, and DMAC, like, the clock is ticking.
Well, that's the whole thing too. Is that also where the rest of these guys have to look that? Yeah, it sucks that Ivy goes down, but there is opportunity until they find somebody to replace back to the rotation. This gives guys a chance to step up.
Fontecchio,
and I think
where he been?
It's sort of that like tweener professional. That's what Spencer Dinwiddie is too, and he's been here before. So there's some familiarity to whatever. But that's what I would look. A pro's pro. Does that make sense? You know, sort of like what you see the NHL guys do. Trade deadline, get that fifth, sixth defenseman, get that that rugged fourth line guy.
Cost you a third round pick tops.
Yeah.
No, and I think, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that as it shakes out. All right, line stuff to get to when we come back, everybody. Spenny, tell them about Sabbath Coffee.
Sabbath Coffee Roasters, locally sourced specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Just subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Support local, enjoy game day right, and just enjoy some of the best coffee you possibly can with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like DMAC. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Neil Rule here for Woodward merch. Go to shop.woodwardsports.com. We got the latest and greatest lineup of Detroit sports wearables, an all-new football line. Some of them you can see on the screen right now as well. You can still get the Boodham Kids shirt. We still are selling them. I saw the order invoices for them. But hey, man, whatever. There's a possibility they could be playing the Rams. There is.
Perfect time to boo children.
That's right. Boo them kids, everybody. We'll never be rid of boo them kids, I guess. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, and Darren McCarty, and KG, and Spencer Raxter, and young Justin as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat, get into there. Subscribe. Click the like button since you're in there anyway. But yeah, the away fan. Did I miss the Wings talk? No, second hour. We'll get into it. I was told that we're back.
Shout out away fan.
Yep, absolutely. So we'll discuss it. Lions-Vikings Sunday. There's nowhere for you guys to hide anymore. You can't hide on Reddit. You can't hide on social media. You can't hide even in our little chat room right here, just popping up and dropping a quick comment and then cutting away real quick. Nowhere for you guys to hide now. You ain't playing the Jaguars. You're not playing the Colts. You're not playing pretty much your entire schedule that you had this year. Oh, by the way, congrats to the 49ers for getting the Viking schedule next year. But I digress. D-Mac, it's time. There's nowhere to go now. Look, and I know we're going to spend the next probably hour talking about it. But for them, the time for talk is over. Mm-hmm. You guys get everything that you want right now, Vikings fans. Right. You get everything you want, D-Mac. I can't wait for Sunday night. Can't wait.
We all can't. I mean, you saw it from the minute that football game was done Monday. Jared Goff, Dan Campbell, from his post-game locker room to the team. This is why you're a professional athlete and you play for these games, right? This is the epitome, and because of what it means into where you want to go. What's the one saying we hear from them all the time? This team is in our way from the goals that we have. So, I mean, you can't, shout out to Minnesota and everybody goes, oh, we weren't supposed to be here and expected. Yeah, okay, but you are, and congratulations. Now everything's set up for us. If you told me before the beginning, isn't that the age-old question about anything in life, is that if you told me this at the beginning of the season that you'd be playing Minnesota for not only first place for the division but for home field advantage and you're both 14-2, who's not taking it?
Correct.
But bet it up, right? You've done
Yes,
everything you've done, and everybody knows. So I know that my team, I know the Detroit Lions, I know my coaches and everything that are prepared for this. And that attitude, and that I see this word come out a lot. Petty. Hell yeah, we're petty.
100%.
Million we're petty. There's no bigger, pettier person on this station than that man right there.
Oh, you guys know. You guys already know. It's time.
Dude,
it's time.
So you know what? Talk about that, Neil, because you could talk about that. Tone, pettiness, to whatever that. When you want the smoke, that's the whole thing. You don't just let it happen around you. You invite it in and you bring it. And this is everything not only that the team wants, this is everything the organization wants, the city wants, us as fans want. You have to, in order to be successful and to figure it out, you got to do it the hard way and do it against the best, right? And for what this means moving forward, that's what you're sitting in there going, we got one game.
You're right.
One freaking game. And then, we'll figure it out. How can you not get excited? To be excited. And that's the difference between being nervous and being excited. Then, first thing out of Dan Campbell's mouth, AG's going to have a great game plan. We know what this game's going to be. It's going to be a shootout. But can we turn the ball over? Can we turn Darnold over? I know.
Absolutely.
I know,
yes.
right? The implosion. Right? The Minnesota, the Penn States, the Iowas, they're going to do their thing. And we're doing it at home. And here's the thing. We've already lost that home game, right, this year to Buffalo.
More at home than
that stung. And to Tampa earlier.
Yep.
Right? We lost in a big game on Thanksgiving. That shit sits in your crawl. That's when you think about when it comes up. Do not let this opportunity pass you by.
Now, here's the deal, too. Before I go all in.
Uh-oh, ISO.
Give me the rock.
Yeah, I got you.
Before I go all in, I do want to put this disclaimer out there. Woodward Sports Chat thread. Jump into there. Go ahead and use the super chat as well, Rando Smalls.
Yes. You have to read that before you do your diatribe.
Rando Smalls in the super chat. If you want to jump the line, go ahead and go that route. Look up the definition of petty. There's a picture of Neil. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Shift God OTC. Time to shut these purple Fs up Sunday, 100%. Now, before I get to this, let me put the disclaimer out there. You guys know how I like to do this and look at these things from this angle. I like to look what really is, right? Everybody is going to be caught up in this grand scope of things. Like, this is literally Super Bowl Junior. Yeah. That is how everybody's going to view this game. And social media will melt down with every play the Lions give up and overreact with every play the Lions make. Let's just clear this out. Let's just clear the air right now. This is what's on the line for Sunday in this. Your season's not over if you lose. Both sides. The Vikings, all of it. Now, the Viking season will be over because they've proven that's what happens to them. But anyway, I digress. Stop, Neil. Okay, I'll stop. All right, here's what's on the line.
He teasing. That's the appetizer.
Tangibly on the line here. The winner is the number 1 seed, gets a bye, and probably gets to host the team again in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. That's what's on the line. That's it. Like, you can talk about a division title. It doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter anymore. The 1 seed and a bye, you don't have to play. And as I always like to say, D-Mac, you can't lose if you don't play. That's on the line. And home field when these two teams play each other again, provided that when Minnesota loses on Sunday, that they can actually win a playoff game instead of, like losing to Daniel Jones and the Giants like they did at home before. I digress. What? That's what happened. I didn't lose to Daniel Jones. Ball.
Yeah, right.
Ball. No,
See, I'm just kicking it back.
But that is all that's on the line. That's it. For real. Because I think we've made strides as a fan base this year in this respect, D-Mac, and we've talked about this a lot here. When you have a good team, you have to be good team fan adjacent, D-Mac. You have to understand. You don't see Chiefs fans dying with every bad play and living with every good play and going all in. We're getting to the point where it's going to dictate the season. All of this is just a big time waster until we get to the playoffs. That's what all this is. So when the Lions win Sunday night, you won't see me in here acting the fool and talking to the Vikings fans and stuff like that. They are not relevant to us. They are not on our level. The Minnesota Vikings as an organization are not what the Detroit Lions is. Top to bottom. They are not. They don't even belong on the same field as us. They don't. They don't belong in the same draft room as us. None of it. They are not equals. They not like us, D-Mac. All right? So with that being said, yeah, the Lions are going to win and it's going to be fun. But even if they didn't, the final chapter is not written. And D-Mac, that's where I go. I am not going to be in the business of making too much of this even when they win. I'm not for real. Business as usual, D-Mac. Business as usual. This isn't some end-all be-all for me. This is business as usual.
Well, you know what it is, right? You know where it's big. It's big for the city. It's big for the economy to be able to win this game and to host, 2 playoff games, hopefully, right? To have it come through. But at the end of the day, there's a security net there, right? You've made the playoffs regardless, right? It's just which is your pathway. And the pathway, right, with this. And to your point, Neil, I got a team that knows how to play on the road. An 8-0 team on the road. The easier path for them is to rest guys, to get 100%. Guys back, to have it back, to play at home, to the way that we have a track meet in here, to not worry about having to go outside, having to have the showdown with, as everybody says, Philadelphia for the NFC Championship. If that's the way it's going to be, you'd rather have it indoors than outdoors. Right? So it's just the pathway. But at the end of the day, you can't make the sky is falling or it's the end of the world if you lose, because it's not. It's a fork in the road. When you can make it a lot easier for yourself, you don't have to travel, you can practice, you know what I'm saying? Like why you work all year to make yourself comfortable. So Again, I'll revert back to is that this team is in the way for what their plans were. Their plans is winning this division and having home, more importantly, the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Ronnie Goated, noted Vikings fan in the chat, because they don't have any good sports media in Minneapolis. So that's why he's here right now in Michigan's number 1 sports network. Ronnie Goated, Lions play the Rams, it's over. What data do you have? Every time we play the Rams, we cook them. See, this is where you guys, this is where I can't deal with you guys, because you talk dumb shit like that. Based on what? Just based on like when we play you guys. We can spot you 10 in your building, and it doesn't matter. We still win that game. You are a non-factor, Ronnie Goated and the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings organization. You are a non-factor. You are merely an inconvenience, a way to pass the time until the playoffs start, where real franchises step in and start chasing after Super Bowls and things like that. You don't have to worry about that. You have Sam Darnold at quarterback. That's what you have. He's in the Pro Bowl, Neil. Yeah, I know he is. Cool story, bro. You think, okay, fine.
Uh-oh.
Vikings fans, you think that you're going to walk into Ford Field on Sunday night with all the stuff that's this regular season stuff that's online. You think you're going to walk in here with Sam Darnold and beat the Lions? Like you think that, like in your mind, like you guys believe that. And that's the thing. That's the thing that fires me up. You guys believe that. D-Mac, they think that. They think that Sam Darnold is going to walk into Ford Field and beat the Lions. They honestly think that in their mind. Help them, D-Mac. They're delusional. Help them. Do you have any words of advice?
Like I get it. And I mean, this is going to be...
I don't get it.
This is going to be constant, as Burns says in the chat. It said it feels like this game matters more for the next 5 to 10 years in the NFC. Now that these teams are going away, both fan bases hold deep grudges. Yeah, it's going to be like this against it. But you're not coming in. I'll tell you. You're not coming into a Dan Campbell-led team when this is all at stake, when they prepared all year for this, to whatever your nice little story with your nice little quarterback and all your great receivers and stuff like this, and they're not going to lose this game. This is as big as that they know, and they're embracing that. So come on in. They know they got to punch these guys in the face every time they see them, everybody in this division for the next 5 years, as Burns says, because this will be – I mean – like, let's give it a shout out to I like their team. I like their coach. I love the fact that their coach believes that, like Dan Campbell, it's about coaching your players and put them in the best possible spot. But again, Neil, you nailed it. They're not to where we are yet, and they will never be. They are for lack of a better term, go back to the 90s, 2000s. They are the Chicago Blackhawks, the St. Louis Blues, the Winnipeg Jets, Phoenix Coyotes, to the Detroit Red Wings, which means you're irrelevant until you prove to me that you're not. And it's not going to be this weekend.
Tyler Jonas, dude, Darnold is legit. Stop it. Yeah, he's legit when you're playing the Giants and the Jets and the Jaguars and the Titans and the Bears twice and the Cardinals. Yeah, he's legit then.
He's struggling against them.
He's legit. Again, guys, you're talking about you're looking at this whole thing right here. Here's what matters. Sunday night, NBC, walking into Ford Field. You think he's going to walk in here and beat Jared Goff and the Lions? That's what you're saying. Like, when you say it out loud, doesn't it sound stupid? Here's what you're banking on right now when you make that statement. Sam Darnold will go into Ford Field on Sunday night with the number 1 seed in the NFC on the line. And he's going to go in there and outduel Jared Goff and beat the Lions.
If that doesn't resonate with you as a Viking to go, oh, wow, that's what we're up against. And
that's what you are up against.
Sam Darnold is not going to come in, and he's had a great year, but be the difference, which he has to be. Who's going to be more of a difference? Jared Goff.
All right, we'll get to your thoughts when we come back. Tell them about Lady Jane's.
At Lady Jane's, we take the chore out of getting a haircut. Our talented stylist will deliver an industry-leading haircut, relaxing scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neil Rule here for Second Best, downtown Detroit, 42 Watson Street, just a couple blocks away from Little Caesars Arena. It's the spot for the Woodward Sports pregame show. We will be there Sunday, our usual time, 10 a.m. to noon. So we'll be down there setting the scene. Place is going to be electric all day long. And, guys, it's the stop, too. Pistons games, Red Wings games. You got a concert downtown. You're going to Fox Theater, whatever. It's got a convenient location right there. You could walk to all the events right there from Second Best, even in the wintertime. Yes, you can. It is a short walk. The chicken sandwich on point, the wings on point, tons of Tullamore Dew, Irish whiskey. All of it is there for you. It's at Second Best in Detroit. Come get some. All right, motoring along here on a Thursday. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter, KG, Young Justin, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Jason Kenyon, want to jump the line? Use a Woodward Sports super chat. Jason Kenyon, Vikings organization supposedly complained about the field and uniforms already this week. I hope it's true and we go black. I'm sure Martha said that she would pay the fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
You better give Sheila some chance.
Neil, can I offer you something? PPW 350Z unit, hell of a name in the chat.
Go, break.
Right. Y'all need to stop with the Darnold slander. I am a Lions fan since 91, and it's not a good representation of the Lions fan base.
Okay. So PPG? So you look me in the eye right now and you tell me, I don't know if we can pull this off with Sam Darnold coming into Ford Field. Act like you got a good football team, because you do. Stop being soft, man. Stop it. Woodward Sports chat thread, Ryan's reaction. I heard JJ trade rumors. They really thinking that Darnold is him. To be fair, Ryan's reaction, my move if I were the Vikings is I would tag Darnold and just kind of kick the can down the road. That's what I would do.
Yeah, because you got JJ on your proverbial rookie contract.
Correct. So that's what I would do if I were them, because I was told that JJ is going to be legit. So, we'll see. Ryan, thank you, Neil. No, dude, that's soft, dude. For real. Anybody here? Tell me you're scared of Sam Darnold.
313. That's capital SAWFT soft.
Soft.
That is soft.
I missed them, man. That was a good tag.
That was.
So this is where we are.
Yeah.
Like this fan base. This is where we are. Oh, Sam Darnold's coming into town. I don't know what we're gonna do.
No, I think it's just like, I think it's more of a don't jinx. Man,
fuck a jinx, dude. Like, you watch this team play.
That's the vibe I got off the text is, ooh, be careful. You won't. But at the end of the day, you're gonna allow Sam. You know what it's like? You think in 2002, right? We're going to let Artur Zerbe beat us for a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, but he played really well in the regular season, D-Mac.
And in the first game. But it was like one of the but it's like you have this mentality. Like there's certain, even you're up against different things. So
see, dude, this is what I like. I'm salty. Brock Purdy put up 400 yards. Yeah, and you know what? The Lions were still the best defense in the stadium that day.
So here's the thing, Neil. Could Sam Darnold put up 400 yards? Could he have 4 touchdowns? I suppose. And 2 picks? He could, but that still doesn't mean at the end of the day, right? Like there's an imperativeness with the receivers, and we're not his skill. But the difference is that he's going to cost him at some point, You believe, right? He's going to throw one away. Do you believe that Jared Goff is going to cost the Detroit Lions a game, or it's more apt that Sam Darnold costs the Vikings a game? Right? That's like we're just going in history.
Yeah.
And in a big game, who's going to be more nervous? Who's the atmosphere and who's the moment going to get to more? Right? I got to think that our guys playing in our building with knowing the atmosphere, with what's at stake in the preparation, business as usual. You know, like, do you not look at it like back in Rome and the gladiator going to the arena? Here's the guy that's been there 50 times, and here's the guy his first time. Right? Like, I mean, there's something to it. And I don't think it's disrespectful, but at the end of the day, Sam Darnold, his history tells me that when the big moment, he's going to fold.
The biggest game he's ever played in his life is the Rose Bowl in college. He hasn't played in a game of this magnitude in the NFL yet, and that's a big deal. He's going to choke under that pressure. This is for the 1 seed. This is the entire Vikings Super Bowl hopes, is winning this game and getting home field advantage, even though it's pitiful, their Super Bowl hopes in the first place.
Hey, Neil.
Yes.
Ronnie goated. This dude threw 5 picks, and you all think he's a top 2 QB.
Sam Darnold or
Sam Darnold has more interceptions than Jared Goff this year.
You know he's referring to the Texans game, which
Yeah,
is
one
not a
game.
key detail.
And did they win that game? Like, do you not understand that this might go to whatever else? The end of the day, it's about Detroit Lions beating. It's not about who's got the the Detroit Lions are a better team, and I think at the end of the day, from what I've seen in the history of Sam Darnold, is that, and maybe this is his shot coming out moment. I just don't think it is.
And to Ronnie Goated, you know, he claims that Jared Goff sucks. He claims that Jared Goff is terrible, but Jared Goff has more yards, more touchdowns, less interceptions, a better QBR, and a better completion percentage than Sam Darnold this year.
How about
Jared
a better
Goff is
career?
starting NFC Pro Bowl starter.
If Jared Goff sucks, what does that mean Sam Darnold is?
He has a better career, period.
But that's what these Vikings fans are, because people popping in here. You guys let Justin Jefferson cook y'all every time. Hey, sick 81 yards he had in the first matchup. Sick, bro.
Yeah.
Sick.
Ain't we 7-1 against the Vikings?
And check Justin Jefferson's record against the Lions in his career. So yeah, go ahead, set your single game receiving record for the Vikings. That's cute. You know, we'll win.
And that's all we want. Like, at the end of the day, it ain't about numbers, stats, or whatever like this. It's about winning the game.
Woodward Sports chat thread, get into there. Ryan's reaction: without the Texans' 5-interception game, Goff wins the MVP award. So, you know, and again, none of that stuff matters. And we got a topic we're going to get to in the next segment that doesn't matter. BD3, Kirby Joseph didn't make the Pro Bowl on the Super Chat. That is what we're going to get into coming up in just a couple of minutes. Detroit Arrow and a rookie held him to 81 yards too. But this is the delusion that Vikings fans live in every single day. And I'll go back to it, everybody. Hey, Vikings fans, what have you ever done? What has a Minnesota Vikings franchise ever done? For real. I can think of the great collapses in NFL history, and they're affiliated with those, being 15-1, losing in the playoffs, choking in the playoffs all the time, losing to Daniel Jones in the playoffs a mere couple seasons ago. Like, who are they to come in here and talk anything about anybody in the NFL? For real. Based on what? Sam Darnold's your quarterback, guys. Sam Darnold. I do. You know what? I do love that we're doing this Sunday night.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up at the watch party.
Oh.
I'm pulling up.
Shout out.
Y'all done did it now.
I'm pulling up.
Y'all done did it now.
Dude, Neil pulls up and that bottle's half empty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get the
look
tallers
out.
ready.
It's going to be egregious.
Get the tallers ready.
Get them. Yeah, line them up, everybody.
Neil, I want to see you drink enough to where you start talking so much ish.
Oh my god.
I know you
Well,
say
I don't need that to
I
do
know
that.
you say it doesn't matter and you don't
Yeah.
want to
No,
do
but
that.
drunk Neil would
but
be hilarious.
the only
Yeah.
thing I want is just for you to rip Vikings fans to shred after we hang like a 10-point win on them.
They're one of the biggest choking franchises in the history of the NFL. Think about that. What have you done? For Vikings fan, what have you done that warrants you to be in any position to talk other than have the Lions beat the piss out of you repeatedly? I'll never understand it, D-Mac. I won't. This is like Michigan fan vibes this season,
all
man.
right.
All
Relax.
right, easy.
Relax.
We at least won an Natty, okay?
We not out there going to the media. Why are you talking about Ohio State? I'm sick of them. Y'all need to be talking about us.
Let's devalue the rivalry.
Jason Evans, Neil, just look into the camera and tell them to F off. No, I want their reasons. For real, I want their reasons.
Y'all
That's
got a
it.
chance to prove it, man. Come into Ford Field, shut us up. Point blank.
That's it. All right, let's take the break then. When we come back, I do want to touch on the Kirby Joseph thing because I think it's fitting for this team. Planet Fitness, everybody. We're live at the Planet Fitness Studios. Now, for me, this is my week of the year, D-Mac. I always talk about I do a reset once a year, and it is the New Year week where I rest. It's like the 7th day. I rest on the 7th day. But hey, on Monday, I'll be back at it at Planet Fitness, and you should be too. Over 50 Metro Detroit locations, over 2,600 of them around the world. The Black Card's still just $24.99 a month. It's one of the best deals in American consumerism. I know, Spenny, you'll be at it tonight, right?
Yep.
He's back, everybody. Spenny don't take no week off.
Nope.
So he's
afford
he's in there doing it, everybody, and you could be in there doing it too. Look, the bottom line is this. Some of you are paying $70, $80, $90 a month for a gym membership for a place where the weights weigh the same. Why? Why would we do that, everybody? Planet Fitness has everything you need. Clean facilities, clean locker rooms. You go take a shower, go on about your day, and boom, nothing changes, everybody. PlanetFitness.com or pull in the parking lot and join there. You'll pass a couple on the way home. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights. It's Planet Fitness.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won? This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
All right, Woodward Sports fans, whether you're hitting the game or just chilling, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis products. They've got 27 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations are right in Michigan, so there's always right in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Make sure you check out and ask for the Darren McCarty brand, your local Jars.
All right, everybody, keeping it pushing. Hour number 2, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, Young Justin in the building as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, Happy New Year to y'all. We're back rocking Lions, Vikings, #1 seed in the NFC on the line, the bye, home field advantage when these two teams probably have to play each other in the NFC semifinals, I guess you could say, because that's what it will be. But yeah, the Vikings fans, sick franchise you got. They're in here trying to talk trash, and for an organization that's never done anything in the NFL ever except trade for Herschel Walker, give up 3 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks, a third-round pick, a 6th-round pick, and 5 players.
Jesus.
The Cowboys used those picks to, only get Emmitt Smith, Darren Woodson, Russell Maryland, Kevin Smith.
So they gave them a Super Bowl.
They gave them a dynasty. They gave them multiple Super Bowls. So that's what they did. Hey, cool trade. Great franchise.
Not you pulling up the trade.
0-4 in the bowl.
It's what they are. The biggest chokers in the National Football League. In the Buffalo Bills stratosphere of NFL chokers. That's what the Minnesota Vikings are. That's a fact, not an opinion. All right, D-Mac. Kerby Joseph, we're told, is not going to make the Pro Bowl. And it's weird because, what's he, the third betting favorite for Defensive Player of the Year?
Yes.
Leads the NFL in interceptions, as one Spencer Raxter tried to tell you guys he would do back in August.
Day one, baby. Day one.
77 tackles, 9 picks, 12 passes defended.
Multi-pick game in each of his first 3 seasons in his career. He leads the NFL in QBR when targeted at 14.5.
14.5.
He is PFF's highest graded defensive back. He's going to be a first-team All-Pro. So,
does that happen? I'm sure.
Happened to Amon-Ra last year.
Yep.
Amon-Ra was snubbed off the Pro Bowl last year.
So that's they're hugging right now. They're probably a pitcher. What do these two guys have in common?
And
no respect. So. How does that sit for Sam Darnold this weekend? You think Kerby? I don't know. What do we know about Kerby Joseph? Do you think that this might fire him up? I don't think this would piss him off in a positive way.
Oh yeah,
he's just gonna go out and ball. What's he gonna have 3 picks this weekend? I think that this is motivation for the rest of the team too, not just on him. Just like, oh, you're gonna diss my boy Kerby like that, right? They all take into it as much as all the 7 of them that got named, right? That got seen. They're more. I guarantee they're more pissed off about their guy that got left out.
And that's interesting, D-Mac, and you've talked about that in the past. It probably resonates more with them.
Yeah, they're
guys.
like that's right. Like, and if, in my opinion, right, the coaches, whether it's the position coaches, right, the defensive back, whatever, in the meetings all week or in lunch or whatever, dude, that's gonna be the talk, right? Like, they're gonna needle them. Right, which means you're gonna make the Pro Bowl like this, but in other words, they're felt disrespected. This is another Detroit against everybody thing and a different way to go out. So, I mean, if did Kerby Joseph need more motivation coming Sunday?
Probably not.
Probably not. But I think, does this hurt in any way? Not for the Lions.
Burn in the super chat. Vikings fans are like Michigan fans in the NFL, except Michigan's actually won something. However, they are also Golden Gophers fan, which is a special sort of hell. Yeah, that is grim, man.
Roll the boats, yeah.
Roll
PJ Fleck, baby.
Cody Engel, the Vikings are the Grandpa Joe of the NFC. Good to see. Hey, we haven't had a Grandpa Joe reset in a long time. It's good to see Grandpa Joe. People still rock with the Grandpa Joe segment. Dude.
They just trying to grab Charlie Sticker right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's up for life.
No, it is wild.
They all jumping around.
So he led the fan vote in the position.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this tells me that this was the coaches players portion of it.
Yes.
Yeah. And
that's keeping him out.
I said on the morning show that, Kerby has garnered this reputation around the league as being a dirty player. So maybe that could have had something to do with, the vote and how it came out. But I get the check portion of it. But besides that, the All-Pro is what should really matter. Like, if he gets snubbed from the All-Pro, we having a whole different conversation. But the Pro Bowl, it's a fucking flag football game. Like, who cares at this point?
Yeah, the only thing that sucks for him is he misses out on the money because Jack Fox got a $150K bonus for making the Pro Bowl. Get your money, Jack.
It's the only thing to be mad about here.
I mean, if anything, it helps the Lions salary cap. So if we want to get granular on it, ... I'm just saying, man.
Course.
Like, it does help the Lions.
I hear you.
Sucks for Kerby though. Friend of the network, by the way. Shout out to Kerby, by the way. DNC Kerby also led the fan vote last year. This is 2 years in a row. It just goes to show you, D-Mac, this league does not rock with him. Mm-hmm. Like, those players and those coaches,
fuck them.
They do not rock with Kerby Joseph. And you know what? I love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what you want.
Middle fingers. Man.
No, that's what it is. Because you know who rocks with him? All the rest of those guys in his locker room. And they're going to come out and, you know what, at the end of the day. And I wouldn't be surprised after they beat him or whatever, they'll comment on it. They'll probably comment on it when they interview or whatever about him getting snubbed more than whoever getting selected.
Yeah. Ronnie Goldie, please explain how Kerby Joseph is dirty. Please explain.
Yeah, right.
I love when people, he's dirty. Explain.
Show me the flags.
Right. Show me the fines.
Show me the fines.
Yeah.
You can't.
But I mean, I know we all get worked up about that stuff, and
But
it's an unfair tag.
who plays more on edge, Brian Branch or Kirby Joseph? Like, you would say,
Yeah.
which one's more? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it pushes the envelope. But again, okay, you go to it by the facts. Brian Branch is dirtier than Kirby Joseph. You should have more, right? Because the league's told you that.
Yeah. I believe that. I just don't like that narrative because that's a hard thing to shake.
It's not, but it's us versus them, and
No,
it's not
absolutely.
a bad narrative to have when you're the hunters and stuff. Because at the end of the day, it all plays out in the wash. Like, look if he comes out. What if he comes out and has a pick or a couple picks this weekend, Lions win or whatever like that? I mean, like, argument for defensive player of the year. Like, even more so. Like you said, Spenny, what's he, third?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You know, but it's by reputation, because if you go down that list, right, how many guys, Neil, honestly, on that list, if you look at their stats, are by reputation? I just quick looked at it. You got the Cam Haywards, and you got the Fred Warners, and you got all the guys that are usually there, which are, not dirty guys, but you know what I'm saying? There's a thing to it, the NFL. So I don't mind that Kirby's not getting, especially going into this week.
all right. My buddies that have the Tigers text thread just texted me something. Ryan's reaction in the super chat. You can jump to the front of the line. J-Mo about to be one of the 5 wide receivers ever to make 1,000 yards in under 55 receptions. Man, I was told he was a bust. That's odd. He seems to be like a pretty
What
good
else were you
player for a
told?
bust.
Yeah.
Wow.
People must have high standards around here.
I guess, man.
Man, it's almost like he's Tyreek Hill.
I know. It's really, really wild.
I'm almost excited to see what your Tigers buddy said. The Al Avila loyalist group, is that them?
Yeah. No, it was. Ken Rosenthal was on a podcast, and they asked him on the podcast, because he said that Bregman's a better fit for the Red Sox than the Tigers. Mm-hmm. And they asked him, they said, why do you think he's a better fit for the Red Sox than the Tigers? Oh, I think he's a perfect fit for the Tigers. I don't think they're going to spend the money.
Oh, come on.
That's Ken Rosenthal.
I'm just sick.
That's not that.
At every turn, we just keep hearing they being too cheap, though. Like, since the all season started, the Scooble thing, they
why you
being
guys
too
all
cheap.
acting shocked?
Yeah,
You
it's
knew- what
just-
are you?
It's
come
annoying,
on,
though.
Neil.
It's annoying, though.
Come
It's
on,
just-
I get it, but I mean, like, really,
It's like, when will you fucking learn? But yes, you're right. You're right, Neil. You're right.
like the checkbook got misplaced somewhere. Look, Chris can't find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll still wait because it's not over yet. But I'm telling you guys,
Look.
when this happens or doesn't happen, I'm going to need a segment.
Yeah, permission to launch if they don't sign Bregman. Permission to launch, please.
I'm going to need a segment. And I'll need the codes. I'll need the launch codes.
If Bregman signs with Boston and at his presser, wanted to go to Detroit, but they just wouldn't pay.
And you just keep hearing that the Tigers are all in on Bregman, and it's like, come
Dude,
on, bro. Just pay the man.
If you were all in, you'd have him signed. If you were all in, you'd have him signed.
Hey.
He'd be signed already.
Thank
if
you.
you were all in on him, if you said, hey, we're going to get this guy, and we're going to be serious about trying to make a push towards a World Series, he would be signed already. What are you waiting?
Really? You know who would be signed already if that were the case?
Tarek Skubal.
Well, okay.
Would be
so
signed
you know
already.
what? We got bigger. If this leads to bigger fish.
I'm getting requests to play it in the chat, so.
That's little Chris. Little Chris knocking over them garbage cans. Just on his bike, driving by and like kicking over the garbage can.
Right. Literally, though.
But like you said, Neil, it hasn't happened yet. Wait.
It hasn't happened yet. So therefore I will wait. But I am telling you guys, if nothing is done and I get handed Alex Cobb and Gleyber Torres on 1-year contracts, you'll want to stop what you're doing to watch that show, that segment. You'll want to stop what you're doing.
New Hip Javi in the house. New Hip, who this?
All right, just stop, please.
Okay. I think this is a good spot to take the break. Recalibrate.
I can't wait for that show. I almost
You want it to happen, don't you? Because you're a dick.
No, he doesn't want it to happen. He's just a realist and he knows it is going to happen.
KG, you're a dick.
A little bit.
Bottom line,
a little
dude.
bit. I own that. I've never strayed away from that.
Sean Hart, you hoping people get hurt shows exactly who you are.
Hey.
I think that's apropos. I don't think he was talking about you in this sense, but
I never claimed to be shit. And y'all talking about me. Y'all done upset Spinny over there, man. You just over there groaning and shit. Come on. Like, come on. Y'all done upset
Because he
Spinny.
knows. Because he can feel it. It's like winter is coming.
all right.
Winter's here.
I'll be drinking a lot of New Holland that day when that day comes. I'm just telling you that. And it won't just be taller, the Dutch long drink, which is a fabulous concoction where they take their New Holland small batch gin, mix it up with a grapefruit puree, and create magic in those Argyle-themed cans. It is incredible, guys. It's my favorite drink. I'm telling you guys this. I don't just talk about it. I be about it. I may have enjoyed some last night. No, I did enjoy some last night. So that's what it is, everybody. New Holland Brewing Company, local Michigan company over there on the west side of the state. They got it popping, everybody. Hey, try their bourbon, too. If you're a bourbon guy, check out the Beer Barrel Bourbon, the Origin Bourbon. It's a great line as well. They're doing it better than anybody else, guys. It's New Holland Brewing Company.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Are you overdue for a new car? Beat the holiday rush and get an amazing deal from Les Stanford Chevrolet right now. Blazer EV 2LT with all-wheel drive is only $149 per month, or check out the Equinox EV LT for only $169 per month. Get to Les Stanford today or click on the QR code on the screen and check out our massive inventory. Don't forget Les Stanford has Cadillac, Buick, and GMC as well. Les Stanford in Dearborn and Ferndale, LesStanford.com. Together, let's drive. Boom, boom.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter, Young Justin, KG. That's first to third across your infield. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe. Jump in there. You want to get your thoughts to the top of the line, go ahead. Use the super chat as an option as well. We'll stop what we're doing. We will read those for you. All right, there is some confusion here in the chat. Tabitha Gable says the Lions are wearing the blacks. Here on Mark M says, I read the Lions were wearing the whites.
They're wearing the blacks.
They
Do you prefer the blacks, Justin?
This kind of feels like a setup question, but yes, I do prefer
I love the blacks.
Okay.
Fuck, absolutely love the blacks.
Good answer, Justin. Good
You don't like the whites more?
No.
Okay.
Smart man, Justin.
No, it's what the people were saying. And
I'm a fan of the blacks.
Yeah,
I'm a
you're
huge
the
fan.
only
That's
one
my
that said you
favorite.
love the whites.
I love them all. The
now
blueberries,
you love them all.
the
Oh, okay.
blueberries, the
He's got
whites,
friends
the
who
black.
like the blacks.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You got 3 black friends. I forgot.
Yeah, absolutely. One of them's here right now.
I love the blacks.
I work with a black friend every single day. Sometimes 2 black friends.
Right.
There's been a scenario here in this studio. I've had 3 black friends I've worked
true.
with.
Whoa, that's an overload.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't just talk about it. I be about it.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Can we confirm that, though?
The social
They,
media.
they turned everything black on the
Yeah,
socials?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what time it is. I was told to burn those jerseys since they lost in them the last time they wore them. So
That is
I
true.
saw a lot of that in the chat.
That is true. I thought we have to get rid of those.
Redemption.
I just hope the Vikings wear the whites.
Yeah, that'd be one of the coolest aesthetically pleasing jersey combos that you could make.
Yeah, the
Those white
Vikings
jerseys
wear their
are
all
sweet.
whites, and then we wear the all blacks.
Yep.
Yeah, like stop complaining about the jerseys and just wear cool ones.
Yeah.
Craig and the cookout regular, Neil. I'm pulling up to the cookout again this year, KG.
Are you?
Where are we going to be at?
Don't come unsolicited now. You gotta have acceptance.
No, man, I don't need clearance.
Good bourbon.
You're right.
I don't need clearance.
Oh, okay.
You know I'm good in any hood, KG.
Well, specifically Pontiac, but any other hoods though, like I haven't heard. So
weird. Black Santa's going to bring my card for me.
Okay, cool.
I'm just waiting on it.
We'll
right?
be in touch then.
All right, we'll
Should
be
be
in
here
touch.
by the barbecue.
Right.
Maybe.
by April. Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Tim says 8-0 in all whites. What are you trying to say, Tim?
Right.
There ain't no on the road.
That is also true. Spenny asked a question in here on the show sheet. Are you worried about Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison? And the reason I bring this question up is because, this is me, right? Like there's always going to be an angle. Mm-hmm. If you're in the chat and you say no, which a lot of you are going to do, Mike O, Neil's EV is triple white. Actually, it is triple black.
Shout out.
Black on black on black.
I can
KG.
confirm.
represent.
I've seen it.
No, but D-Mac, I guess I asked the question because people in the chat are going to say, no, we're not. Then I'm going to say, what's the problem? I'm going to say that. Like, look, how much more data do we need? Have they suffered a catastrophic number of injuries? Yes. Has it mattered?
No.
So,
no. At the end, here at the end of the day, if you're worried, what I'm worried about that they can provide is that quick strike offense, which we can't. Like that 2-3 play long field touchdown, right? Because this comes down to what do we see? The NFL. Probably going to be a one-score game. Going to be that possessions. You want to stay ahead of them on possessions. But that's, it's the same thing. But I also think that we have the same, we can match them with J-Mo and Amon-Ra St. Brown, right? In the different way. Like who like our receivers with our quarterback, I would take over their receivers with their quarterback. Yards, everything like that. Somebody brought it up earlier. You want to hope Justin Jefferson gets 130 yards. Every time he gets 130 yards against you, they lose.
There you go.
So, I mean, it's not like we not seen it. I think we've experienced it as a fan base, right? To watch that, it's about having that nauseous feeling, right? Going on the roller coaster again. At the point you're going to get it, but you keep going on it. They've trained us that they're a bend but don't break. They've trained us that hopefully what we want is them put it in the air so we have a chance to turn it over. We got guys that can actually catch in this defensive backfield. We have guys that can put it on the ground. So to me, what would I be worried about is just because they are good and it's that quick strike that takes it away. But no, they're going to get their yards. They're going to get their catches. Have we not watched this Lions team of how they operate? But you got to believe that your team is going to find a way to disrupt the pattern of possessions and get a takeaway.
That's all you got to do.
Woodward Sports Super Chat. Owen Mullen. Neil, the reason our fans are so soft and are ready to jump ship is because the media narrative is so strong against us that they start to believe it. Mike G says, Neil, don't bring croissants to the cookout. Bring cornbread. I like pig's feet.
Right. Mike G's undefeated,
Mike, I
bro.
swear, bro. Mike G, you the man.
Hold on, let me write that down. No croissants.
Hey, croissants are good, man.
No, croissants are good. They are accepted in the black.
DNC
But you bring them before noon, right?
I'll tell you what.
Exactly.
Cattleman's by my house on Van Dyke. They have some good cornbread.
Yeah?
Really good cornbread.
Dude, cornbread's one of those things. When you get elite cornbread,
It's either really good or really bad. If it's too dry, I'm not a fan.
The secret ingredient is mama putting her foot in it.
Yeah.
If the foot not in it, then it's not going to
little
taste
bunion
good.
juice. In
Yeah, there you
Keep
go.
it moist.
There you go.
Woodward Sports Chat thread, DNC ENT. Yes, I'm scared of them too. Jordan Addison is much too disrespected in the city, and these are the games where the greats turn it on. We will see how great Justin Jefferson is. All right, you want it? I'll give it to you. Give me Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams over their receiving core. Give me the Lions receiving core over their receiving core. Yes. It's not hot take. I'm not doing this for clicks. Honest to God, I believe that. Because Jamison Williams is every bit as good as anybody else in this football game.
1,000 yards loading.
You change the way you're sitting in your seat when he gets the football in his hand. I know that Sam Flannel, if he's still here, he's in the back cringing right now. I understand that. But guess what? It is true. Nobody in this league is more electric than Jamison Williams. Argue it. You can't. Give me Amon-Ra, give me Jamison Williams over Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison 11 times out of 10. I'll go to battle with anybody on that. Anybody.
And Sean Hart, you and you got Tim Patrick as part of it, which is what a phenomenal. Like, I don't think we've talked enough about the intangibles of what he's brought, especially making some plays and stuff. But to me, it's downfield blocking. And when you have that third guy, like, they all play so hard for each other, they're all committed to each other's catches as much. Yeah. Right? So,
but I know that's not the popular thing to say, D-Mac, because we live in a world of Madden ratings and fantasy drafts and things like that. But the bottom line is, if you watch football, if you watch the games, you wouldn't be able to look me in the eye and say, "No, man, I would take Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison over Amon-Ra and Jamison Williams." No. You could not look me in the eye and say, "I know what I see." You guys know what you see every single weekend. So again, guys, I'm living in reality. You can live in fantasy and Madden ratings. I go by what I see. And if I got to have a catch in the game, who you taking on this field?
Amon-Ra.
You didn't double clutch, you didn't hesitate, not for a second. If I got to have a catch, D-Mac, if the number one seed and the division title and a playoff bye is on the line and it comes down to one play, give me 14. I'm throwing the ball to him.
Yeah.
And I could pick anybody. I'm throwing the ball to him. And that's what and you would too. Even Vikings fan, you would too.
Yeah.
You can sit here and lie in the chat, but in your heart, you know I'm right. So, like, this whole boogeyman argument about the defense and guys, they've been winning this way. All they've done is just change how they've won. For real. Mm-hmm. Like they've just changed how they've won. I'm not terrified of this game, though. I'm glad that we're having this discussion today. Because, Spenny, you still getting the vibe that people are still scared?
Scared of what? The Vikings?
Yeah, just like in general.
Yeah.
Like, they're just scared.
Yeah.
I think it's more just the spot. Instead of embrace, you got to embrace. This is like Dan Campbell said. This is why you play this as a professional. Yeah. As a fan, this might, be the nerve-wracking or whatever. But again, there's levels to this. But you got to be able to embrace that. And I don't care how we are all feeling. I know that these guys are all confident. And this is what this whole year has been put to right now. This is the biggest game on the schedule so far.
No, it's and D-Mac, for me, because you brought it up, and this is a spot game. And when we got down to the breakdowns, this reeks of an NFL spot game. Like, I know the spread's 3 and everyone's talking it up and things like that. It's a spot that Sam Darnold's walking into Ford Field on Sunday night. It's not going to end well for him. It's just not. I think the Lions will win this one double digits. If you wanted, if we were going to talk, like a betting thing, young Justin, Lions alt line. -10. Can you give me the number on Caesar Sportsbook? Because if I were going to make a move, that would be my play. I'm guessing it's going to be over 2-1, 250, 225. That'd be the vibe I'm thinking.
255.
255. There you go. Lions -10. If I were going to make a move, that would be the move that I make. Because honest to God, I believe this is a spot. This reeks of an NFL spot. Sam Darnold on the road, all the chips in the middle of the table. Tell me how it's going to work out. This isn't Josh Allen rolling in here, man, on a heater. It's not.
Yeah, did anybody else feel like I felt that we'd have bigger trouble against the Bills and the mobile quarterback and stuff like that? Sam Darnold, I'm not afraid of him escaping the pocket or whatever. Usually when he escapes the pocket and decides to throw, it's to the other team.
Grom at 0237. Lions D can't stop a nosebleed. This is what I'm talking about. Bears, 3 points, second half at home. 49ers last week, 6 points second half until we got the concede touchdown with under a minute to go. Yeah. Like that,
The
Even
Niners
with
two
all the
second
injuries.
half interceptions that won you the game.
And they had takeaways.
Yeah, like
Again, the Lions' defense was the best defense on the field, and that's with Nick Bosa playing out of his mind.
yards don't mean anything at this point. It's just about can you make a play?
They never did.
Yeah.
It's like here's the fun fact. The yards never mattered. You know what matters? Field goals. Mm-hmm. Field goals are what matters, i.e. touchdowns matter. If you don't let teams score touchdowns, you win games in the NFL. That's how it works. Right. You guys are falling for a narrative that's 30 years old, man. If you force field goals, that's how you win in this league. And teams don't score touchdowns. As bad as the Lions' defense is, to you, not to me, to you, they keep teams out of the end zone, man. They just do. All right, Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there. We're going to take a break. Let's talk about the pregame show this Sunday. Nobody in Detroit, not the flagship, not a TV station, certainly nobody in Minneapolis is doing football Sunday. I know because you guys all watch us all the time, because we're doing it better, certainly than anybody in your poverty city is doing it. But it all starts with Woodward in Maine, 8 to 9 a.m. Terry Foster, Matthew Broder. On Sundays, he's Matthew Broder. On Sundays and after Michigan wins, he's Matthew Broder. Woodward in Maine, they do it. They hand the baton to myself and Sean Belize. The New Holland Brewing Company pregame show will be live at Second Best, 10 a.m. to noon. I know we're early, but we're going to get the lay of the land. We're going to get the vibes, and most importantly, we're going to get the tallers flowing. It's all brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. So, guys, tens of thousands of you watch these shows every single weekend. We appreciate it. You don't want to miss this one. It's all building up to this and going forward into the playoffs as well. It's Woodward Sports. Nobody does football better than Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Soroki's crispy chicken and pizza. Get their signature wings while you can. 7 different flavors for you to choose from. My personal favorite is spicy garlic, but you can try them all and choose the favorite for yourself. Sorokis.com is where you can find a Soroki's near you.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Of course, we got Spencer Raxter. Shout out Woodward Heavyweights 5 to 7. If you haven't checked out the heavyweights, you need to. All sports, obviously, but a little bit different take on sports. I think that's safe to say. KG, Young Justin, also. Justin Galena. Vikings also swept the Packers, and the Seahawks couldn't stop them either. Checks notes. Vikings punted 6 times in that game. I'm going to stop reading your comment because it's factually incorrect. That's how this works, Justin. You want to jump in here, then you got to know what you're talking about.
Justin.
They only punted 6 times, Justin. You're right. They couldn't stop them. Other than the 6 times they punted.
Justin.
Fucking
Justin.
So there you go. Oh, wait a minute. Ryan R. Spenny, you'll like this one. Sam Darnold is leaving red pubes all over the place.
That's definitely true. Does the carpet match the drapes, Mr. Darnold?
I don't know why that's making me laugh so much.
We got to pop out a deal.
Like the toilet or the urinal when you walk in there.
Oh, God.
There's no hiding that, too. Everybody knows who it is.
Yeah.
Fucking Draper.
Like, if it's anybody else, you're like, oh, it could be anybody. You see those fire red ones, you're like, God
Tim
damn it,
Darnold's
Sam,
in
you
here.
fucker. Yeah.
Jason Kenyon in the super chat. I'd bet Darnold's pumpkins in the first half. Okay, everybody. All right, Mike Bell. Gotta admire Neil's tone.
No, you do. Respect.
I don't know about that.
No, respect.
But all right, D-Mac, you wanted it. You got it.
Toyota.
Red Wings, real quick. Red Wings. You said you wanted. All right, they have 1, 2, or 3, right?
The Todd Father.
The Todd Fathers 1, 2, or 3. Are we back?
And it's not about being back, but what I'll say is you're back as far as the eyeball test and the effort and stuff like this, and it starts on the PK, or just to the fact of what Todd McClellan said in his second practice after the Toronto loss. Just fucking play hockey.
Play fucking hockey.
Now, guys are playing hockey, and it's the compete level. It's in between. They changed up the PK, went to more of a diamond, which means guys are getting in shot lanes. You're getting shots blocked. What I liked is 5 minutes. 5 minutes into the game the other day, you had 6 shots, but you had 11 attempts. Yep. 15 minutes into the game, you had 18 attempts, 9 shots away. So you're playing hockey, so to speak. It looks better. Now, it doesn't change the fact you still need to improve in different places. Obviously, you know what else helps? And you got to love this in the progress is Simon Edvinsson makes such a big deal being in that lineup, just even with him and Mo. But there's something where... And I've seen it, and it starts with Larkin, but like the Larkins, the Brinkets, I'd say Raymond's and Mo have been going the way they've been going all year, but it's just more of the veteran guys, and even a Patrick Kane, who got his 1,300th point.
Shout out.
Right? Shout out the other night. But he looks like they look like they're starting to have fun again. 100%. Right? You look at the way that their celebration. What I like too, Todd McClellan, he came in and he said, it's going to take me 2 weeks. Wait until after this road trip, right? This is a way where he's going to get to know guys. But you put Veleno up on that first line.
He looks good
with Larkin and a puck pursue. Being physical. You look at Rass. They look different. They look more like they did at the end of last year, and that's all where it starts. Now, if you look at execution, right? Because even I said that in the Toronto game. Toronto made the plays that you didn't make, but you didn't quit, and it looked different. But now they're starting to believe in it. I think a huge also thing is the imperativeness is that Todd McClellan will make them practice a lot more and get them out on the ice, holding them accountable and taking them back. So far, 3 games, I've liked what I've seen because it's a compete.
Yeah, D-Mac, they actually have been showing up to practice 5 minutes earlier, starting practice 5 minutes before at 10:54 instead of 11 o'clock since Todd McClellan has taken over. The move to split up Edvinsson and Sider was so big because now you're seeing Sherratt play better and they don't have to carry the load defensively and play so many minutes. I mean, he is just doing a great job with this team, and the PK is better. They're fun to watch, and the secondary scoring, he's actually getting it. He's getting it out of Veleno, out of Kane. And also, I don't know if Raymond makes that pass to Larkin for the empty net goal with Lon as a coach. I think that's also just speaking to this team, elevating themselves as a team.
Playing hockey. Here's another thing. Okay, and I saw this, and if people were watching the broadcast, and I was at the game, but I seen it, I didn't hear it on the TV, but they were talking about, and it brought me back. I was like, oh my God, I forgot about this. Like you said, Jesus, one of these things is showing up early. So guys would make it a point, and I'm talking back in 08 when it came back for the comeback when Todd McClellan was there. If you see the video, and if you find it or whatever, where everybody, 20 guys on the ice or whoever it is in the neutral zone before practice starts with the puck, right? What that is, that's Todd McClellan's drill. And we used to do it all the time back then, is you have your own puck, and you're not skating around, but you're moving around, handling the puck with your head up, moving, and other guys are trying to knock your puck away out of the zone and stuff like this. It's just a good way to get the blood flowing, to get you moving and head on a swivel and stuff like that. Little things like that, getting guys engaged, getting guys to want to be out there early and stuff like that. Like that's a want. And I think that's a little thing that what Todd McClellan can bring to this team. But again, it's the eyeball test.
Just perusing the lines just to see what the vibe is. Red Wings season point total right now is at 78.5. What you know what they are to make the playoffs? Do you use this at all?
They don't have lines on making the playoffs. I was looking the other day because I saw the 78.5 as well.
Yeah. So
I can go look though. I'll try to find it.
All right, but anyway though, the moral of the story is, D-Mac, like I get it and it's fine. When you say that, like, they're showing up to practice early now.
No, you want. It's a want. It's an attitude. It's the eyeball test. Instead of like, oh my God, I gotta go to work. It's like, okay, let's go. We're all in this together, and because 20 guys there, 3 or 4 of them aren't gonna want to do it, but you lean on the other guys when you're down to pull you through, and to be out there, and that's the reinvigoration, right? Because Steve Yzerman said it himself. The talent level is not playing up to their capabilities. Right? With the expectation, what did he come out and say? I expected this team, if they played to their expectations, could be a wild card team. Right? So now you're just sort of seeing somebody that, and I know how it is, Neil. Sometimes it's when it's mundane and you just need something to change it up, and sometimes you need a guy to come in who's opposite of the other guy. Derek Lalonde, great guy. But some assistant coaches are meant to be assistant coaches. We talk about it in football. Why can't the coordinators become head coaches? Well, in hockey, it's the same thing. There's some assistant coaches that are great to be the buffers, but when it comes to being a head coach, it's not the same.
Neil, the Wings are plus 1,200 to make the playoffs, and they have a 1.7% chance according to the analytics.
Plus
so
1,200.
You're saying there's a chance.
Double what the Tigers had.
Right?
Let's go, baby.
So just for those curious, the Red Wings sit with 34 points. The Ottawa Senators hold the final playoff spot as it is right now. They have 40 points. With 36 games played, the Red Wings have played 37 games. But the issue is, again, you're behind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams.
This next road swing is pretty big. You play three of the 5 teams.
You got to rip off 12 or 15 to get back into this.
Yes.
Like
100%.
let's just cut through.
You need to go on a Nashville Predators streak that they went on last year. That's exactly what you need to do.
Yeah, you got to be the St. Louis Blues that was in last place in January and won the cup. So are you saying there's a chance? Yeah, there's a chance. Am I saying that I like my chance a lot more from seeing what's happened since the coaching change? Yes. Does it mean it's going to happen? Probably not, but you got my attention.
Lem's in the chat. Why is it on Lalonde and not the guys that make the money? That's a great
Lalonde makes
question.
money too.
Yep.
I was saying not anymore. He doesn't, but he does.
Coaching's such a big thing.
Kyle Zweed, we'll ride off on this one for Spenny. Kyle Zweed. Spenny, Trey Augustine went off during the USA-Canada game.
He absolutely did. Kid's an animal.
As he's supposed to.
Elite.
And those buster-ass, sorry, D-Mac, those buster-ass fucking Canadians, dude, they lost to Latvia. Latvia, and then USA.
Love it or leave it.
Yep. Sorry, D-Mac.
No, don't worry.
And shout out
Dude.
ASP as well. He deserves a quick shout out. He's
ASP,
leading the World Juniors in points, goals. I mean, he is just on another level.
Kid's going to be a stud next year. I can't wait. Talk about power play next year.
Are we back?
Oh, we're so back. I can't wait.
You're gonna have Sider on the top with ASP on one of the flanks, and he's got a wicked one-timer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Kid's got a better wrister than that Vikings fan's mom. Like, I'm excited to see him out there on the ice.
It's kind of aggressive, but okay. Tell about Mark White.
Mark White, if you're looking to buy or sell your home, Mark White should be your first choice because he can save you up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right. I said $5,000. Visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com. Mark White will make sure you get in your dream home.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
$1,800 Tequila is the official tequila of the live watch party and post-game show here at Woodward Sports. They're also a proud partner of the Detroit Lions. You see they got the cool Motor City Muscle-themed bottles right there. You can go get some at your local liquor store. $1,800 Tequila, the smoothest tasting tequila, and please drink responsibly.
All right, coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. Of course, we have Spencer Raxter, Young Justin, KG in the building, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe, get your thoughts in there. You want to jump to the front of the line, go ahead and utilize the super chat options as well. And we read your stuff in there. Woodward Sports, make sure you go to woodwardsports.com/shop, by the way. Get the latest in Detroit sports wearables. So, I did want to talk about this because we got a chance to kind of take it in yesterday. It will continue today with the Sugar Bowl. Now that we've kind of seen this thing play out a little bit, where are you guys at with the college football playoff? You guys like it or nah or what?
I like it. I want them to reseed after the first round though, and I don't want conference champions to have automatic buys.
There is a little bit of breaking news. Anthony Santander is signed with the Blue Jays.
Oh, you knew we wasn't getting him, so. You knew we wasn't getting Santander. Come on, dog.
Where are you guys at with the college football play? I'm just going to ignore that and move on.
I like it.
Right,
I like it. I think there's adjustments to be made because, now you see, Texas, Ohio State, what matchups are next year, whatever. There is something to it. I like it. I think to Justin, there needs some tweakage. What that tweakage is, I don't know, but I've locked in.
No,
I've been entertained, and it's been entertaining games.
Well, it was never not we were always going to watch.
No, of course.
I'll stop one short of getting off the highway there. We were always going to watch.
Everything is pretty much shaking out how you thought it would be, pretty textbook. But I think Arizona State, making it a game yesterday really helped, in terms of long term. They needed something like that because that proves, okay, our model does work. Anybody can get in this thing and win. But like Justin said, they need to do some type of reseeding, going forward because it's pretty bad. The reseeding thing, I don't know about that. I would just say, just cut the shit and make it 16 teams and play it out. Well, that's coming.
I agree. There should be no buys. It doesn't make sense.
In another 3 to 4 years, you're going to have it. But right now, they sticking with 12.
12 is just such a funky number, and the bracket's weird, and the matchups are uneven. People have walks. Penn State had the biggest walk to college.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm holding firm. They get no credit for this. They weren't big wins.
No.
The deck was stacked for them. I'm not giving James Franklin any credit for anything that Penn State's done.
No,
none at all.
Still the biggest fraud in college football, and I will be betting my entire mortgage on Georgia to kick their ass.
Yeah. So that should have been the path for the number 1 overall seed.
That should have been
Oregon's path.
And Oregon got screwed, and they had to play Ohio State coming off a bye, who didn't look ready to play at all. The bye hurt them a ton. Playing in that first round game only helped Ohio State and led them to have that swing of momentum to come out and just punch them in the mouth. And Oregon had no chance.
Yeah. I agree with Peaceful Tim in the chat. Automatic bid, no buys. I think that cleans it up.
Yeah. Woodward Sports Chat there, Mason Leach. If you get 8 teams, it brings more value to the regular season and conference championship. But Mason, another round's another round of money.
Yeah.
So we just need to stop saying, what are we going to do, what's best for the games or what's best for the sport of college football. No. How can we get more rounds? If you get 8 teams, it brings more value, but the regular season conference champion earns an automatic home playoff.
They're not going backwards.
No, they definitely not going
back. 8 teams makes it the best teams in the country. Mm-hmm. If we're being real, dude, there's probably not 4 teams that would have a quote-unquote chance of winning the championship.
I mean, it's proven that there hasn't been.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's the hope.
But it's money, like Neil said.
Skydog 722. Neil, I thought the conference champions were getting snubbed if they didn't get the auto bid. Conference champions should get an auto bid. I think they should. I just think that
Bring
you take
value
that
to the
and you
conference
seed it.
championships again.
You
Yeah.
do literally what the NCAA tournament is. You just stop trying to be different. Just embrace what works and make it 16 teams, and let's move on.
Yeah.
Chris.
And they should hurt Notre Dame. Notre Dame should be penalized for not being in a conference. There's no way, shape, or form that they should be a 5 seed. They should get like a 2-place penalty for not being in a conference.
Well, I mean, you can't do it that way.
Fuck Notre Dame.
Because this is the system you created. This is the system that you profit from if you're college football. And Notre Dame's not giving up control.
They not.
They could get more money, but they get less control, and it's about having control. They get their own TV deal. They get to do their own schedule thing, which, by the way, I'll give Notre Dame credit. Like, they play a tough schedule every year. When it's signed up, they play a tough schedule.
I know, but the fact that the committee, even though Ohio State lost in the last week of the season, like Ohio State should have been ranked above Notre Dame. There's multiple teams that should have been ranked over Notre Dame. They still had a soft schedule this year, but they benefit from not being in a conference.
D-Mac, I got to ask Spenny this question.
What's up?
Sam Levitt, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it was never going to happen. He said he'd never play for Jonathan Smith because he didn't recruit him coming out of Oregon, and he was an Oregon guy. So,
damn. Sam Levitt, huh?
Yeah. He's a good quarterback.
Okay. No other thoughts?
I mean, he's better than Aiden Giles.
Okay. Thank you for giving me what I wanted.
Yeah, like I say, he was never going to play for Michigan State under Jonathan Smith because when Jonathan Smith was at Oregon State, he didn't recruit him, and that stuck with him. He's an Oregon kid, so
BD3
fucking sucks.
BD3
My team's poverty.
in the super chat. College football where Michigan wore leather helmets and beat up the blind. I didn't say. I'm going to get. You know what? I shouldn't have fell for that, D-Mac. I'm going to get blamed for that comment, and I didn't say it.
Oh, you didn't super chat that? That was for somebody else?
No.
I thought you sent in your own super chat. Sorry. BD3.
That's something Neil would do.
All right. That's your Booter account?
No, it's actually not. But yeah, like the Notre Dame thing, though, that's never going to happen, Jesus. Like,
him and Maz need to get over it. I don't think it's Juice's, but yeah.
Maz need to get over it. Give me the reason why they would join a conference.
There isn't one. I know it's unrealistic. I just want it.
Okay. All right. Hey,
Fair
whatever.
enough. Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. That is it. So, no, but like the playoff thing was never not going to work. The thing, here's the thing that people got to get out of their minds. Number one, like Spenny said, they're not going backwards in games.
Not a chance.
So get that out of your mind. So when you talk, just eliminate that from your thought process. Number two, we're never getting rid of the bowls. It's never going to happen. Yep. It's somebody's job to run the Sugar Bowl, and they make $790,000 a year running the Sugar Bowl.
Jesus Christ.
Can I run the Sugar Bowl?
For real.
Can I run
Get some people posted up at the NCAA, and it can happen.
Right,
That's why the NCAA is never going to go away. The roots are too deep.
I'm going to have Terry get me to run the Pop-Tart Bowl.
And then and then Terry and I will
get the trophy in here, Spenny.
Yep.
Dude,
I got you.
I call the Cheez-It Bowl.
Are we doing top
I
5
call it a
Pop-Tarts
Snoop
next
Dogg
week?
Yes, we are. And I dropped the ball on that because we were supposed to do it today,
No, that's fine.
and I forgot.
Yeah,
so
so
next Wednesday, top 5 Pop-Tarts in honor of the Pop-Tart Bowl,
Top five,
okay?
top five.
Is that fair? I know it's fair for D-Mac. I know he loves it.
D-Mac's probably having trouble narrowing it down to 5 right now.
Whew, dude.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I do have 5,
I got
Spenny, I can
mine
go
locked
to,
in,
but
yeah.
the order depends on the mood.
I got mine locked in.
Let's pray for T-Foss, too, eating dry Pop-Tarts.
Yeah,
with
Terry's.
water.
Oh, my God. He
Let's
is.
pray for T-Foss, man.
Tell me how old you are without telling me how old
he
you
likes
are.
the
I mean,
Pop-Tarts without the
Neil, I
frosting.
bet you he's got some Quaker Oats.
And water.
Quaker Oats.
And water.
And water. Like, you a Detroit legend. Why aren't you
A
living like
dry
this?
Pop-Tart and water.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a struggle meal.
Like
I said, I had the toaster pastries. They're like the dollar store Pop-Tarts. Those hit.
Yeah.
But it would always be the frosted. You didn't get non-frosted.
Like,
My
can
dad
you-
would get non-frosted ones and eat those.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like,
tough.
imagine biting the corner of a box.
I break
Like,
off.
that's what it is.
I break
What does
off the part of the
cardboard
Pop-Tarts
taste
that
like?
don't have frosting and throw it out. Like I
That's real.
don't even eat that part. The
I'd
crust. Fuck
It's making
that.
my mouth dry right now thinking about having a Pop-Tart with no frosting
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I'd rather eat a Miracle Whip sandwich.
Oh.
Like, for real.
My dad eats Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip and banana.
Oh,
The
no.
sandwich.
For
That's
real?
crazy.
Oh,
That's
shit.
It's like a southern
Peanut
thing,
butter
I
and
guess.
banana, but
It's a Southern thing, I guess, but he's like, don't knock it till you try it. I'm good.
Never try it, bro. No, I'm going to knock it then.
He also does a piece of cheddar cheese on apple pie.
I've heard of people doing that, but I would never.
Now, he served our nation, and he served our community for a long time.
Fine specimen in the society.
And he drinks scotch, so I don't want to mess with them.
That might be it, Neil. ...
That
might be it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a scotch drinker thing.
When the playoff expands,
it's a different level, so maybe they have different palate levels for taste.
He's tougher than I am. I'll say that.
When the playoff expands to 16, the Pop-Tart Bowl better be one of those bowls that it gets
They
expanded
need to bully their way in.
Yeah,
like
they should.
They need to find a. Imagine the playoff game with all the Pop-Tarts running around.
It's the greatest show of college football.
Dude, the Pop-Tart did a Hulk Hogan.
Rip the package
off.
off.
It was just in the back flashing its little pop tussie to the
pop tussie.
It was crazy, bro. This is big a tricky little mix in the background. I was like, all right, get a little freaky there, Wildberry. I see you.
Wildberry up to number 2 because of its performance at the college football playoffs.
Duke's Mayo Bowl is solid too, says Mike G.
No, that's gross.
Keep that out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, we do not
I
want
would be
that in
so
there.
pissed if I was a coach and we got into the Duke's Mayo Bowl. I would actively try to lose.
Tell your guys, hey, you should get ready for the draft.
Might as well take it off.
Go hit the portal.
I'm starting the transfer freshman quarterback. Like, I'm not getting a Mayo bath. That's fucking gross.
We can do the Snoop Dogg Bowl.
There was a Snoop Dogg Bowl?
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Steven Syrett in the chat says it was
for real.
electric.
Pete was trying to get Bowling Green over there, man, but they end up losing. But yeah, it's a real thing.
BD3 in the super chat. You have to add butter to the toaster pastry.
I told you. Y'all
All
sleep.
right, let's take the final break, come back, and wrap this thing up. Sugar Bowl today, as a matter of fact. Georgia, Notre Dame. Kind of hyped up for that one.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a slaughter.
So
prayers to everybody in New Orleans.
No doubt. No doubt. Let the fans watch.
The watch party and the post-game show live from Hayes Social every single week. Presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. Heavyweights will be back for the watch party, and then it's Stick and Anson as always for the post-game show. Come out and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hayes Social is going to be bumping, man. It's been off the chain the past couple games, and this one just means more. So come out and join us at Hayes Social for the watch party and the post-game show.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neil Rule here for FeldmanAuto.com. Yes, there's 18 Feldman Automotive dealerships in and around the Metro Detroit area. We know about Feldman Chevrolet in Novi because they're Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer and the nation's leading EV dealer as well. But what if you want a Ford? What if you want a Kia? There's a Feldman dealership that can get you the car you want. All you have to do, go to FeldmanAuto.com, search your car, find your car. You can even start the buying process online. It is that easy to get a car, everybody. Yes, I know. Believe it or not, it absolutely is. They do great work in the community with the Children's Miracle Network hospitals as well. They've been around since 1996, so they're as much a part of the culture of Detroit as any other dealership you will find. Go to FeldmanAuto.com today. Final segment of the show, DMAC. How about this one? BD3 in the chat. What about, let me see this. Actually, I lost it. I had it and I lost it. Anyway, somebody said the Jars Cannabis DMAC Bowl.
Oh, yeah, man. Let's go. There's the brand.
Can I present
Next
the trophy?
level. We'll get there.
Rob Gronkowski has a bowl. Why can't DMAC have a bowl?
Well, Snoop's got a bowl. Why
Snoop's
can't
got a
D-Mac
bowl.
have a bowl?
I'll tell you what, I bet.
I know what I fill my bowl with.
Yeah. I bet Mr. Beast gets a bowl game. The Feastables.
that's a fact.
Or it'll probably be
yeah.
like Prime and Feastables. I guarantee that.
He already got a fucking game show.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
In the next 3 years,
pretty
Benny,
good,
I'd say
too.
that's.
Oh, you watched it? Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
I
watched
And
it.
he just
couple
got engaged.
episodes.
So shout out to Mr. B. Mr. B. Talk about taking slander. Like Kirby Joseph level of slander from Mr. The man cured blindness from like 100 people. And everybody's like, oh, what a piece of shit. I was like, dude, what? He dug, or he had like 1,000 wells tapped in Africa. And people were like, oh, this guy sucks. what are we doing? Like, Mr. Beast is the man,
Hey,
dude.
Mike G, you nailed it. The DMAC gift basket would be outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
The Feast of Bowls, says Taylor Shantz.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Or the Prime Bowl is also
Prime Bowl is
very
also-
close to
yeah.
happening.
Oh,
as well.
yeah. That's a fact.
DNC ENT, he always likes to drop his parlays in there, so we put them out there in the public space. About 22.5 to 1. Notre Dame plus 7.5. Georgia plus 7.5. Oh, he's trying to trap it, huh? Jeremiah Love, TD. Riley Leonard, 40-plus rushing yards. Dominic, love it. Touchdown as well.
Yeah, I'm tailing Jeremiah Love touchdown for sure.
You're in there?
Yeah, for sure. That kid's good, man.
Salty pork chops. I wonder if Little Caesars gets a bowl. Will Chris Illich spend on Bregman? They had a bowl.
They had a bowl,
They
yeah.
stopped.
Yeah, there's a reason they stopped it. He's not fucking paying for that shit.
The pizza.
D-Mac, you in tomorrow or are you out?
Bregman,
I'm out.
You're out tomorrow?
I'm on my way to Tennessee.
All
Shout
right.
out.
What you got going on down there?
Wrestling. ICW.
Hey.
ICW wrestling. Okay.
Yeah, pit fighter on Friday, chains on Saturday. Back at it. Let's go.
There you go. All right. So be on the lookout for that. We will have the nickel package, the customary nickel package Friday.
Shout out.
Can't wait for that. A lot of football to get to. What?
Come on now. Nickel package Friday and
Bourbon.
We'll do a little Bourbon Friday.
My
yeah, why
dog.
not, man?
My dog.
We got some.
I
We got some
know
bar
I
chaz
rocked
in the
with you
building.
for a
Yeah.
reason.
I will not
100%.
participate.
What's that?
of course.
Said I will not participate. Friday's leg day.
You don't have to announce it, Spinny.
You can do it before.
No.
He has not participated in
He
any
hasn't. Yeah, it's been a
Bourbon
little
Sunday.
bit heartbreaking.
I mean,
It's
hey,
been
man.
like 6 weeks, bro.
I work out between shows so I can go get hammered at Coonan after my show on Fridays.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness, everybody. That is it. All right, that'll do it from here today. For DMAC, for KG, Young Justin, Spencer Raxter, I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy. Well, see you later.
Take Georgia.
I just...
My bad.